back. I'm going to be doing a book outlet unboxing. Technically, I have already unboxed it, so I guess it's more like a book outlet haul. I had to unbox it because I was doing a stay-at-home book swap, and I got some of my items off of there, so I just needed to get that packaged up. So what I've done is I've laid out, these ones are all more fantasy, these ones are all more romance. There's a craft one on top, but I'll go through each of them a little bit just to show you kind of what I got and give you an example of what's on there. But to start off with, I'm going to go through just a couple of the items that I got that I've already removed from the order. They should be fine because she should, by the time I put this up, she will have already gotten the swap, but book outlet right now has some really good crafting things on it. So not only does it have like how-to books and crafting books, but what I got for my swap partner was like a clay set that came with clay and paint and different things, and it was like an air dry clay set to do some different like ceramic dishes and whatnot. What I'll do is I'll put like a little picture of it just up here. And then I also got a couple of coloring books. So I got the Little Prince and some Woodland Creature coloring books. This is an awesome place to get these items because it's a fraction of the cost. And finally I got like a paint your own skull, which some of these things could be geared towards younger kids, but I think since we're all at home right now and needing things to do, it's, you know, adults love crafting just as much, and it's been proven to help with like anxiety and depression and stuff like that. There's a lot of really uplifting mental benefits to doing crafting. So I'm always an advocate of crafting, which, speaking of, my first book that I got is an origami book. So it's an origami book, Animals and Friends. It actually comes with 50 different sheets included. So you have your origami sheets. These are some of them, and these are the others, and you can see all the sheets are here. They're actually printed on, so whatever you're creating, it's just right there. You have everything printed on it. It's easy peasy. So like with the yellow duck sheets, you can see it comes just with like a little beak and eyes on it, so you can create little ducks. And that's kind of the same for all of them. The snail already comes with stuff, so it's kind of a fun thing to do. I like to do puzzles, origami, stuff like that while I'm listening to audiobooks as well. So that's the first item in the haul. I'm going to set them here for now just because I'm going to be getting through here. The second one is The American Duchess. I haven't really gotten much like romance books from Book Outlet before, so this order was pretty much half fantasy, half romance. I'm traditionally more of a fantasy girl, but I've been getting more and more into romance, so I decided to get some hard copies. So what I'm going to do, instead of reading out the description for each one, because, I mean, no one's got time for that. So what I'm going to do is just kind of give some buzzwords. American Duchess is a historical fiction. It involves a forced marriage and kind of, she's forced into marriage. She's crying on her wedding day. Her mother forces her to go into marriage, and she's on a quest for independence and kind of taking control of her life with what little control she has. So this one sounds really interesting. Next, I have 3 books from the Sins for All Seasons. So Sins for All Seasons, which I'll do up here. The first one is The Scoundrel in Her Bed. These are historical romances. This one is a bastard son of a nobleman and a lady who's seeking redemption, and kind of their fire and desire for each other, I guess. Can't think of the word that I'm looking for right now, but this is also Sins for All Seasons. This is Beyond Scandal and Desire. And this one is also historical romance. It's a successful businessman who was a bastard and who was not recognized by his biological father, so he's like on a little bit of a revenge kick. And then you have an orphan who has been brought up as a lady. She's orphaned, she's been brought up as a lady, and she's kind of seeking an adventure, and he kind of gives her the opportunity for adventure. Okay, the final one in the Sins for All Seasons novels that I purchased was When a Duke Loves a Woman. What I Do Loves a Woman is a man who's left at the altar. Well, we know there's a man being left at the altar. And then we have a woman who is super kind and sweet, and she loves to take care of she was really helped out when she was younger, and she loves to take care of everything. He shows up injured at her door and being chased by a gang or something, and she kind of takes him in and nurses him back to health, and it's about their love story. Okay, so the next romance books I got was the Courting Justice duology from Lexi Blake. I have read some of Lexi Blake's ebooks. They're more mercenary ones, Masters and Mercenaries. But Order for Protection is it's a romance suspense with dealing with an attorney and a woman who's wrongfully accused of murder, and then her attorney and kind of their romance through her trial. Evidence of Desire. This one is a high-profile case of a hockey player. It's two attorneys, and she brings him in on the case because it's kind of more than she can handle. And then it's kind of their, I guess, not really enemies, but they would be like work competition to lovers, and kind of their romance from working on the case, working long hours, that kind of thing. So then we will get into the fantasy. So I got Last Magician. Modern day magic realism, YA fantasy. I know that there's a time traveling thief. Honestly, I've heard good things about it, and I've just never really gotten it. So I was like, you know what, this is a great opportunity to pick it up, considering they had books 1 and 2. I'm always a sucker for getting a series because I like to be able to binge things. If I only have the first book in a series, I kind of have struggle reading it. This one, I have not read the description for, and I don't want to, because I find that sometimes with the sequel in a book, it can ruin the first one. So I'm not going to read it anything more, but it's another YA fantasy. Rage. Rage is the sequel to Roar, which I have, and now that I have Rage, I almost picked up Roar earlier, and now I'm definitely going to pick it up. I was kind of waiting for Rage. So it's a YA fantasy as well. A queen-to-be who appeared magicless is on a quest for magic before everyone finds out that she doesn't have magic. Kind of about a revolution, princess or adventure, duty or freedom, her kingdom, or the storm hunter she loves. So it's about kind of like whether or not she goes with, her responsibility, her duty, who she was born to be, or, adventure and freedom, and the person that she's fallen in love with in the first book. Okay, final one I got was the Traitor's Kiss trilogy. So it's also YA fantasy and romance, like YA, I would say YA romance, YA fantasy, kind of romance fantasy. It's a Mulan retelling, has a fierce heroine. There was some buzz in terms of people who disliked the representation in it, and they thought that it was kind of like shaming certain types of girls. I try not to let that affect. If I want to read a book, and I'm personally like, Mulan is one of my favorite Disney movies growing up, like I loved it. It's got a fierce heroine, and I really enjoyed it. Like I always loved it. And so I try and just take the book with what it is, read it anyways if I'm interested in it, and if I find that there is like a blatant issue with how somebody's portrayed, then I probably won't continue on. I mean, the nice thing about these books is they were like $4 or $5, some of them were $7 or $8, but definitely enough so that like if I read the first one and I have an issue with it and I don't want to pick up these two, it's not the end of the world. At least I have them if I love it and I want to continue, and if I don't, I don't. I sell them, I bring them into a used bookstore. Like, it's not the end of the world for me. So that is what I got from Book Outlet. As you can see, I have a problem just picking small amount. Yeah, there's a lot there. But Book Outlet, you can't go on and just buy 1 or 2 books. You pretty much always end up getting to that $45 minimum for free shipping, at least I do. I know I also have another Book Outlet order coming. It'll be coming in a couple weeks because it kind of split it up. So look forward to that. There's some more romance on there, and there are 2 more YA series that I purchased on the second order. Both of them like more than 3 or 4 bucks. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. Like and subscribe. I will have some more unboxings coming your way too. And let me know what you purchased from Book Outlet, or what are your go-to genres.